Hello, everyone. Good evening. First to join. Welcome, welcome, welcome. If you can hear me, hi, Rachel. How you doing? Thank you for the compliment. How you been? Well done, well done. Guys, tell me where you are watching from. Where are you watching from? Let me know, let me know, let me know. I'm live on Instagram and YouTube. Everybody's saying long time. Really? I don't know this other person. Let me know, guys. Where are you watching from? Where are you watching from? Where are you watching from? Let me know. 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 Where are you watching from? YouTube. How are you? How you doing? Okay, Joy James is watching from Abuja on YouTube. Thank you, Joy, for joining. Hi, darling the Bamboga. Where are you watching from? Yes, I had a great anniversary celebration. Thank you, Rita John. Thank you so much, everybody that wished me a great anniversary yesterday. Okay, Darling is watching from Maryland. Darling is on YouTube. Thank you, Darling, for joining in. Pastor Yemi Oye is watching from Abuja FCT. Okay. Who else? Who else? Sekinat is watching from Sokoto. Good evening, Sekinat. How are you on YouTube? Joy James. Yes, thank you. Thank you. A lot of people wished me. So yesterday was my second wedding anniversary. And a lot of people, I saw all the messages. Thank you so much, guys. I appreciate you. The love, the prayers, the wishes. Amen, amen, amen. I'll have endless anniversaries by the grace of God. Amen. Thank you so much. Thank you, everybody. Thank you so much. I do appreciate you. I appreciate all your wishes, all your prayers, people that are willing or ready to get married. I pray that you'll find the right person very soon. You would know true love. You will see and meet and experience true love, like true and authentic love by God's grace. I believe so much. I believe so much in love, in marriage, in happiness. I'm telling you, so this is telling people that have lost hope. Probably you've been divorced, or you're an older single and you've lost hope, or you've been heartbroken too many times. Please, don't give up yet. Don't give up. True love may just be around the corner for you. Good evening, Miriam. How you doing? I did a write-up about that yesterday. You just need to tweak some things about you, and trust me, you attract who you are. You attract who you are. There's something about you that is making you attract the kind of person or kind of people that you're attracting currently. So change your insight. You get, go for healing, go for therapy, register in personal development programs. Your life will change. The pictures you posted were good. I saw a video where your hubby picked. Yes, that's a tradition in Yoruba weddings, traditional marriages. The man is supposed to carry the woman. That's what we call Ogbeyawo. You carry the woman, literally. It's a tradition. So yes, thank you everybody for joining. So as we all do it, if you have questions, by the way, ladies and gentlemen, have you watched How They Healed? Our first episode on How They Healed it's on YouTube. If you have not watched it, you are sitting on a long team. Suleiman Jobe, it says good evening on YouTube, watching from Spain. Thank you so much, Suleiman Jobe, for joining in. If you have not watched our first episode of How They Healed on YouTube, you are sitting on a very, 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 very long thing. Oh, Rachel says yes, so I did that today. I know a lot of lessons that came out from that episode. Trust me. I have never had another one. I have never, I don't know. The interview was great. And gratefully, tomorrow we're releasing another one, banger. And this one is a man. Is a man. Like, you guys will be shocked. Akiawo Determination Babatunde on YouTube says you have such an inspiring story, and I love what you represent. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Pastor Yimioye says you're beautiful. Thank you. Thank you. So any question, guys, questions about life, that you have. But while waiting for your question, I want to talk about while you are stuck on your journey to abundance. Yes, let me quickly write it. Duchi says we are anticipating. While you're stuck on your journey to abundance. Journey to abundance. If you follow me from the beginning of the year, you know that I've been talking about abundance mindset. That is what I want all of us to have this year. An abundance mindset, or abundance generally, carries a whole lot. It's not just money is part of it. It's not just money. Hi Jennifer, how you doing? It's not just money, but money is a byproduct of living an abundant life, or a life of abundance. Money is part of it, you get. But there's so many other things. There's good health in abundance. There's good life. There's beautiful friendships and relationships. You get. There's a happy and a happy life. You get. So that is why a lot of people are still stuck. They are not there yet. Okay, so I think someone has a question already on YouTube. She says, please, ma'am, I know that if I continue to strive, I will surely thrive. That's a rhyme. That's a rhyme. If I continue to strive, I will surely thrive. Have you considered rapping before, Sekina? I will surely thrive someday. But the question of when will this happen? How long will it take one to come to pass? Is this normal? So first of all, you are doing it the wrong way. It's like, let me tell you, I always tell people who ask me, when will it happen? When will I blow? When will I hammer? Let me give you a story. It's like, there was a time in my life when I used to see God as a money doubler. You understand? So I used to see, like, if I tithe, I should get this. If I give this, I should get that. If I give this, I should get that. So you are talking about doing, Sekinat. But the real issue is being. You have to become an abundant person. When you become a person of abundance, naturally you will attract it. It's not a matter of when. It's something that can be as fast as 1 month. I'm telling you. But the reason why a lot of people have not attracted what they want is because you have not become. You are doing. You are focusing on doing. You are not focusing on being. And doing is, how do I know? It's from this your question. If I do this, I get this. If I do this, I get this. Okay, so it's like you're seeing it as like a transaction. So when I start doing this, this will happen. So when will it happen? No, that's not how it is. That's not how it works. You have to become abundant. You have to become somebody that is abundant in life, such that you don't even give room for doubt. Let me explain to you. For you to be asking when will it come to pass, when it shows that you already, it's like you have a framework of this should, let me quickly do this thing for 2 months. Let me calculate it. It should happen by 4th month. If not, something like that. That's not how it's done. That's not how it's done. And remember, I think you've asked something like this before, and I've answered you. I think it was on our in the group on our WhatsApp community. If you have not joined our WhatsApp community, you're on a long thing now, because you can get to ask me questions directly. There are lots of perks and surprises on the WhatsApp group. So if you're on Instagram, go to the link in bio. It takes you straight to the WhatsApp community. If you're on YouTube, I think you need to go to WhatsApp, Instagram too. I don't know. I don't think it's anywhere on the YouTube app. So, but as I was saying, it's a journey. Living in abundance is a journey. You become that person. You start to see yourself like that. You eat it, you breathe it, you walk it. You are not doing it so that at a certain time it will happen. No, you've gotten it wrong already. That's why I keep saying, if you want to do something, you need to go and get knowledge. Knowledge is very, very important. You have to get knowledge about this thing. You don't just say, okay, let me quickly practice this thing, then, okay, so you're already calculating. No. See, it's called the law of attraction and other things like that. It surrounds this abundance mindset. When you start thinking abundance, you don't even think time. You're not thinking, okay, 2 months, 3 months. No, that is dead. You just naturally become somebody who is abundant. If you are getting pressure, you said it's due to pressure from family members, then you can't do this. You can't. I'm sorry that I'm being blunt. You can't. You get what I mean? You are too involved with your external sources of pressure. You can't. You get what I mean? You have to, if you want to live such a life, you have to eliminate all sources or available means of pressure. You get what I mean? You are already pressurized and all of that. It's something I don't even know what word to tell you, but it's something that, because no matter how much anybody pressures you, you should be in charge of your life. You should be in charge of your decisions. So if at this point it's difficult for you to make decisions for yourself, other people are still making decisions for you, or all of those things, then trust me, it's you've not even started on this journey. So Akiawo Determination Babatunde says, is there a correlation between doing and being? For someone who is still struggling for survival, would you not go the route of doing first? No. So it's because people don't understand. You guys don't understand. I think that's what I'm going to focus on today. What is the difference between being something and doing something? Being something means, first of all, you start seeing yourself as abundant. You have a better mindset. You forgive people. You get what I mean? I'm not talking about doing activity. That's not what I'm saying. Being means that the way you think. You don't think, people are pressuring me or something bad will happen. No. You start thinking, I am a co-creator with God. That's being. You start walking in that instant. You start speaking. You get what I mean? You start speaking as somebody who knows what they're doing, somebody who knows who they are. That is being. It doesn't mean that you won't work. No, of course you do the work. Why will you not work? But what I mean is that you start speaking as somebody who knows what they're doing. You start thinking abundance. You start visualizing yourself doing great things, being in a great space. You see your future is so close to you. Let's say, for instance, let me give you an example. In fact, perfect example. Let me use myself. Let's say I want to earn $1 million. That's my desire. That's my goal. I visualize. That's the being part. I will visualize me earning $1 million every day. And then I'm going to ask myself, if I currently have $1 million, how will I act? That's a question. And for me, If I currently have $1 million, I'll start thinking of projects to do. I'll wear better clothes. You get, I'll travel. Do you understand what I'm saying? What else would I do? I'll buy gadgets for my office and all of that. That is, but I now don't wait until I get that $1 million. That is being. I now start carrying myself as if I have $1 million. Then I start having conversation. I call, I want to travel. I have a conversation with a travel agent. I don't have cash. That's being. I have conversations with travel agents. I am not afraid. I am not thinking, hey, what if the money doesn't come? No, I am not being if I'm like that. Because I know, I am sure that I already have it. So I start to plan towards it. The money will meet me on the way. See, I have more than 55 testimonials for this thing I've just told you. It is a mindset. Of course, I'm going to work, but let me tell you how it works. You begin to get inspired thoughts. I've talked about inspired thoughts and inspired actions. Let me give you an example. One of those days, I can't remember exactly when, I wanted to travel outside of the country. And do you know what I did? I went to the website where the traveling person, whatever, I went to their site, I saw the money to travel, the amount of money it will cost me. I saw all the things, all the requirements. I started, preparing myself. I block out those dates that I'm not going to be available because I'm traveling. I bring out my box. I bring out my box and I start arranging as though I'm traveling. That's being. And then one of those days I checked the site every day, thinking, okay, how do I get this thing done? And while on the site, I just saw something, maybe the next day, that says you can make 20% payment now, to secure the airfare because the tickets will keep going higher. And I paid 20% that day. See, I don't know where the remaining 80% was coming from, but I already knew that this thing is sorted. Trust me. I wasn't afraid that, hey, what if I don't get? And the clause where I paid with, the clause was that if you don't pay the 80%, you lose the 20%. You lose it. It's there on the website, so you cannot say you don't see it. I didn't say, hey, can't. If I don't get 100%, how will I move? No, that's not how it's done. That's why a lot of you need to, I'm still going to do a masterclass about it someday. A lot of you need to go and watch videos on abundance mindset, or just sign up for my School of the Mind. I teach about abundance mindset in the School of the Mind. You get, I paid for 20%, and then a day before the 8th day, a day before the day, or 2 days before, that the day that the money would expire or the date would expire. Do you know what happened that day? I just woke up and something just told me, go and, I think it was about festive period then, go and do Christmas for your clients. And that day, I just wrote on the group, today, whatever you ask for, you get. I woke up with that idea. It's an inspired, I didn't even know where it was going. I just felt, oh, it's festive season. Let me do Christmas for people. Ladies and gentlemen, I didn't know what I was going to get. I made that declaration that whatever you ask for today, if you're my client, you get it. Do you know what happened that day? People started saying, I want 50% discount of this product. I want 30% discount. And I was telling everybody, done. Everybody, some people said, I want free sessions. Some people said, I said, because that was the goal. Done. Do you know what happened? I made more than the money to pay for the rest of that trip. That is abundance mindset. That is being, not doing. The idea, the way to which that thing will happen, it will come. You like your belief. The problem with people is belief. Or lack of yes, I can't. I can't. You're always in worry. What if it doesn't happen? What if it fails? What if it's not? If you're like that, abundance mindset is not for you. What if it doesn't work? What if they disgrace me? What if they embarrass me? What? You can't do that. You know why? Because your thoughts create your reality. The more, if you're thinking like that, trust me, what you are afraid of will happen to you. That's how the law of the subconscious mind is. What you think, you will surely get. If you're always thinking, what if they catch me? Oh, what if they embarrass me? What if I lose? What if my life finishes? What if, trust me, that is what you will get in your life. Period. That's how it works. So if you want to walk in abundance mindset, you need enough knowledge. First of all, you need knowledge on how to deal with your thoughts. You have to focus only on positive thinking, only on what you want, not what you don't want. So you cannot say, I don't want to be embarrassed. If you say that, trust me, you'll be embarrassed. Because you are focusing your energy on what you don't want. Hi, bro. How you doing? Happy New Year. I'll be decade safe. Nice to see you, Rotimi. Nice to see you, bro. So if you are focusing on what you don't want, I don't want heartbreak. Trust me, you are attracting heartbreak because the subconscious mind does not know not. The subconscious mind that controls 95% of who you are, it does not know not. I don't want heartbreak. I don't want somebody that would, trust me, that's what you are going to get. That's what you're going to get. So your thoughts, it has to start with your thoughts first. If you want to live or have an abundance life, you want to live in abundance, you want to have an abundance mindset, you have to clean your thoughts. You have to stop expecting the worst to happen. You have to stop saying, I'm trying to be careful. I'm trying to, no. The subconscious mind does not know that. The subconscious mind does not know that. You are inviting to your life what you don't want. You are inviting to your life what you don't want. So you have to, I tell people, when I ask people what do you want? I've said this a lot of times. When I used to do matchmaking, long ago. I don't do it anymore. And I'll ask them when you schedule your first virtual session with me, and I'll ask them, so what kind of man or woman do you want? The first one you hear, I want him to be tall, I want him to be kind. The next thing, I don't want somebody that cheats. I don't want somebody that lies. I don't want somebody. So why are you surprised that those are the kind of people you are getting? Hi, Usman. Usman is from Senegal. Nice to see you. Oh, I've never been to Senegal. I think I need to add Senegal to the countries that I want to travel to. Nice to meet you too. So whatever it is that you focus on is what you will get in life. If you are always focusing on, look at it, people hate me, people don't like me, people misunderstand me, people don't want me to be great, that's what you keep getting. Trust me. People are always envious of me, people hate my life, people do whatever, even if it is, somebody said, but what if it is true? The reason why it continues to be true is because you continue to focus on it. You continue to think about it. You continue to put all your energy, because when you focus, you put your energy on it. Sekinot says, how much is the school of the mind? Right now, so there's the general school of the mind, and then there's the one-on-one school of the mind. Sugar. Where are my people? I think the one-on-one school of the mind is 1,030,000 or something, but the general should be around 700, 800,000. Does Papa Tinubu? I'm not even going to answer that. Good evening, Chidima Ruth Chukwegbo. Thank you for joining. So you have to, if you want to live an abundant life, you have to start with your mind. You have to cleanse your mind. You have to make sure you are not watching things that is showing you, like this person now that is saying there's property number. You have to show you won't catch me watching all those things that takes my energy away. All those things that make me sad, like, oh, the countries, that's their business. It's got nothing to do with me. Yes, it's my country is sad, but I know that I can't change it. Nothing I would do that would change it. There's nothing I'm going to do that would change it. So I'm not going to be focusing on sad news because that's not what I want for my life. Some of you, there's a category of people, what you focus on is how not to have stroke, how not to have heart attack. 1 in 3 people have heart attacks, 1 in 2 people. When you have stroke, this is what to do. When you collapse, this is what to do. Trust me, let me tell you what you are doing. You are focusing your energy on it and you are going to attract it very soon. I'm telling you. I don't watch all those things. Because you are reading it, whenever you do that, do you know what you're doing? You are feeding your subconscious mind. Whatever you feed your subconscious mind with is what it will reproduce for you. The subconscious mind stores data from your conscious mind. Whatever data your conscious mind gives to it, it will store it and then it will give it back to you. So if all you are focusing on is how not to be kidnapped, this is how kidnappers behave, or this is their style, this is how side chicks take their, how not to let women, how not to allow side chicks collect your husband, if those are the things you are watching, reading, listening to, trust me, it's a matter of time. That's how life is. A lot of you don't know that a lot of times you are the architect of your misfortune. Oh, I don't want this life. Oh, I don't want what I'm hearing. I don't want what I'm seeing. I don't like my life. The reason is that whatever you are focusing on is showing in your life right now. Wherever you are in life now is as a result of your mind, your subconscious mind. Wherever you are today in your life is as a result of your focus in your subconscious mind. If you want to change your life, change your mind. How do you change your mind? Change your focus. Change what you read. Change what you hear. Change what you think. Change what you expose yourself to. What that means is that there's going to be problems. I tell my staff, I train them every Wednesday, and I tell them problems are part of life. They will never finish. But how to eliminate them or reduce them is to stop focusing on them. The more you focus on your problem, trust me, the faster you attract it, the faster it spreads. Look at what that woman told me. Hey, that I'm not a good person. I'm rude. I'm snobbish. And then you sit down, you start thinking about it. You start ruminating on it. You start, God, if not, now me fuck up. If to say I didn't carry myself to him now. If to say I didn't want to meet her. If to say I wasn't playing with her. Trust me, you just started. That will happen a lot more. It will happen a lot more. But when somebody tells you something, you tell yourself, that's their opinion. That's not me. You move on. Trust me, that's me. I don't sit down to focus. Why did she say that? Why did he say that? Why did he behave like that? Because I understand that I can't allow my atmosphere to be corrupted by what I don't want. So I change my focus. I change the meaning. That's his opinion, or that's her opinion. I'm sure she doesn't know me. That's what he thinks I am. But that's not who I am. I know myself, and I move on. That's why you see, if you bad comment to 1 billion, it doesn't get to me. I can't focus on that. The way I see trolls on socials, I pity them, because I know that a lot of people are miserable, and I'm telling you this in love. A lot of people are miserable, so how they get by is to make other people miserable. So when I see people trolling or writing bad comments, I'm like, oh my God, this person is so miserable. God heal them. I'm telling you the truth. Do you know how many trolls I've had in my life because of my story? You get why? Because I know that I cannot afford to dwell. If I dwell, I expand. If I dwell, I focus. And then it expands. It becomes bigger than what it actually should be or what it actually is. And I cannot afford that. Why? Because I'm in charge. I'm in control of my life. Yes, God is in control, but I'm also a co-creator with Him. For God to bless me, God needs my will. He needs my submission. He needs me to be aligned with Him in my mind. If I'm not aligned with Him, He can't bless me. He will bless me, but it won't come to me. It won't get to me. That's the reason why a lot of people don't, you are praying so much for something, but you've not gotten it. This is why. You are not in that frequency of that blessing. You are not aligned to it yet. Why? There's still a lot of blockage in your life. What are the blockages? Trauma from childhood. If you grew up in deprivation, everybody around you does not have money. Everybody around you is saying it's not easy, it's not easy, your life is not easy. Trust me, that's who you become. That's life. You are a product of your environment. You are a product of your nature. Hey, yeah. Ademide Lina says, I dwell so much on negativity, which I'm not proud of. You need to change. Ademide, you have to change. You cannot let this thing continue to control your life. And some of you, what you need is to go through therapy. When you go through therapy, it helps you delete, you reinterpret, change the interpretation of all the pain that you have had. It drains the pain. That's why healing school is the first foundational therapy that you need to do if you want to heal or you want to move forward. You sign up for our healing school. Send a DM or click the link in the bio, go to my website and sign up for the healing school. So that the reason why some people it's difficult for you to move on from negativity is because that is what you grew up around. That is what you saw. You saw a lot of negativity. For instance, before I came on this live now, I was on internet and I saw Kemi Olunloyo. I'm sure all of you know her, the journalist. And I'm still going through a divorce. Then there's no, see, if you're going through a divorce, it's going to be so hard for you to be positive because you are going through the pain right now. So you need to sign up for therapy. Therapy is what will make you change your mind. I have lots of divorced people. In fact, I think most of my clients, were divorced or once divorced or going through divorce or about divorce. I'm telling you, I have a lot of people like that. You get. And I'm sure it's because they know that I have been through divorce and I've healed from it and I'm doing better. I'm thriving today. So you need to go through therapy. Divorce is traumatic. Divorce is trauma. You cannot go through divorce and be normal. I'm telling you. Why? Because the marriage did not meet you. You are not living the marriage the same way you came. It must have done some damage to you. But a lot of people don't know this. That's why some divorcees are bitter forever. They will stop they will post happy picture. You will see them comment, you go soon cheat. My sister, be careful. It's bitterness. It's bitterness because they've not healed from it. They're speaking from pain. So anybody that has gone through divorce, or you're about to go through divorce, or you are currently, in the divorce state, your best bet is to go to therapy. Trust me. If not, you might be a dented person emotionally forever. And that's the truth. Anyway, so that's by the way. I was sharing earlier, I said before I came on this live, I've been so busy all day. I'm like, I've not even been on Instagram today. Let me see what's going on. And I'm seeing different news flying about this woman, Kemi Olunloyo. She's a journalist. I'm sure a lot of you know her. And a controversial journalist, I must say. And she was talking, I think her father died. And some people were giving her condolences. And she was writing why she's not going to accept the condolences of her father. She started talking about how he damaged her life, how he damaged the life of her siblings. Some people lost their lives. Some of her siblings died, he said, as a result of the carelessness from her dad. She said so many things. Anyways, But I saw that this woman is going through trauma. So it's not a surprise that sometimes she does what she does or says those things that she says in a negative way, controversial, critical way, no matter how. And I know that she's almost 60 years old. If you like, be 90 years old. If you don't heal from your childhood trauma, you go nowhere. And this will affect your abundance mind. It will affect your journey to abundance. Trust me, naturally. It will affect your journey. So a lot of you, the reason why you cannot attract a particular type of money into your life is because of your negative mindset. It's because of your low self-esteem. You don't even believe it. You are praying for it every day in church. You are even doing sacrificial offering. You are giving, expecting God's blessings, but He doesn't come. Why? Because your mindset cannot receive it. Because if you want to get what you are praying for, do you know how to get it? You expect it. You create room for it. If I'm praying to God now that I want to, God, I need a car. I'm going to buy a car soon. Do you know what I'm going to do? I'll start asking. I don't wait. I don't wait for the money to show up or the car to show up before I start asking, about the car. I start making inquiries about car. I start checking every day on Instagram. That's how I do anytime I want to buy a car, by the way. I start going on Instagram, to check people that sell cars or the kind of cars. I do Google search about the kind of car I want to buy. I start sending DMs. I don't need to have the money yet because I believe that it's coming. It's here already. Trust me. I have ended up buying cars this way. Let me explain to you how I bought 2 cars. Not at the same time, different times. I remember one I bought in 2021. I just decided that year that I want to buy a car. I didn't have the exact money yet to buy the car. But as usual, I'm visualizing the car. I already know the type of car I want, how much it costs. I visualize it every day. I go on Instagram, all the places that I know they sell cars. I'm making inquiries about it, yada, yada, yada. And then one day, an idea just came to me that, Lara, you used to market for a man that sold cars years ago when I was pregnant with my son. My son is going to be 11 this year, so you can imagine how long ago it was. And the thing just told me, go and see this man. He can sell you a car. You can buy a car from him. Remember, I didn't have money. That is an inspired thought. Because I am in the frequency of a car. And I carried myself. I remember then me and my PA, we went to see the man, and the man was so excited. Oh my God, Lara, nice to see you. Long time. Blah, 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 blah. Yeah, whoa, a lot of things I've been seeing you online. I'm so proud of you. Well, he was so excited. He entertained me and all of those things. This was somebody I had not spoken to in maybe 9-8 years. And then when we had finished all of that, he asked me a lot of questions, and then when we had finished that, and then I told him that, oh, sir, I actually like to buy a car. That's the reason why I'm here. He was like, oh, really? What type of car? I told him. He's like, okay, this is the amount of the car. And he told me, how much do you have? At that time, to God who made me, I did not have a dime. I'm telling you for a fact. And I told him, I don't have money right now. And he said, okay, go and look for half of that money. Then come and carry the car. You can pay the rest later. And because of that ginger, because at that time, there was no way I could have gathered the whole money at once. I didn't have that capacity. So it took me about 6 to 7 weeks to be able to give him half of the money. And he gave me the car. That's how I bought car. That was 2021. The second one I bought in 2023, I just felt I needed to, it was, that car I bought in 2021, and then somebody drove it. We used to use it to go and pick our facilitators at the airport, for our programs and courses and stuff. And then somebody drove it and they hit something, had an accident. And I'm like, I don't want to be driving accidented car up and down my leg. And I told myself, I want to buy a car. See, just me telling myself, I have already asked God that way. You have already asked, because you have already made your intention known just by telling yourself, I'm going to buy a car next, or I want to move to a new house next, or I want to get married next, or I want to do this thing next. Just by that, you have prayed. That's prayer. A lot of people don't know. A lot of people think prayer is until you go to church, oh God bless me, oh God be with me, oh God, and you are praying every day. That's a form of prayer, but that's not the only way to pray. Prayer is when you decide in your mind, I want to do this. You have already prayed to God. And if you stay consistent with that thing in your mind, you will get it. So this second car, I just told myself, I can't drive this. I don't like, all this repair. I beg, I need a new car. Same thing I did. I started going on Instagram, everywhere. I started following car dealers. I'll check. I didn't even know what kind of car I wanted to buy. But I would check. I would say, okay, eventually I arrived at a particular car. Then I told my mechanic at the time, oh, I want to change my car. I want to buy a new car. He was like, hey, buy this one. In fact, he will call me that, sis, some people here, they are selling car. Can you come and check it? I will go. I did not have money. I'll go and check it. I went to he would call me. I went to check different cars. I wasn't afraid. I wasn't thinking, hey, what if they ask me to bring the money now and I don't have it? Yeah, no. You don't doubt. If you want to live in journey, if you want to, if you have an abundance mindset, your belief system is strong, is authentic, is tight. You understand? Man, it's raining. Guys, give me 1 second. I need to tell someone to close the window of my room before rain will enter. 1 second, guys. 1 second. Yeah. Sorry, guys. I'm back, like I never left. So, as I was saying, I was checking different cars until my mechanic told me there was a guy who wanted to sell a car. My mechanic did not even know that I don't have money, because you don't need to, say all of that. And then he said, there's someone that wants to sell a car. You will like it. He sent me the picture. I'm like, nice picture. Nice picture. But when you are consistent with your declaration and visualize it daily, even seeing picture pasted on the wall, and yet over a year it never happened, what should I do? It's because you have not become that thing. Trust me. There's something you are still doing wrongly. I can tell you this thing for a fact. This is what I did to get married. This is what I did to get plenty things. There's something you are doing wrongly. It could be your belief system. It could be physical behavior. Let me give you it's not about declaration. Let me give you for instance, if it is marriage, because I know a lot of people want that. If you are hoping to get married, you start making room for it. You start dressing as if I'm married. You start having conversation about marriage. You start having conversation about marriage, and not just that, you make room for it. In your closet, you make room as if somebody is coming. When you are sleeping on the bed, you don't sleep in the middle of the bed. All these things you are doing shows that you are not expecting anybody. So your actions are negating your declarations and your visualizations. A lot of people are like this. They don't know. You are declaring, you are visualizing, but your actions are negating it. You don't sleep on the middle of the bed. You start to plan as if you're going to get married soon. You start to make arrangements for marriage. You start to have conversations. When you are alone, you start to have conversations with an imaginary person. These were the things I did. That's expecting. That's creating room. In fact, one of the teachers I listened to say, when you want to eat, if it's only you, you make a plate. Don't put food. Put the table on, put the another plate on the table with cutlery as if there's somebody there. What you are doing is that you are creating a vacuum. The universe must feel it. That's how it's done. That's how. When you create a vacuum, the universe must feel it. In fact, I said I'm going to do a live video. Maybe I should just get into it. 9:15 briefly, about how I expanded. I went from how much were we earning to 9 figures. Was it 6 figures then? Like, I went from arithmetic progression to geometric progression. I'm still going to come to that, but let me finish my conversation. Your actions are not showing that you're expecting the thing. Probably that's why you've not gotten it. This thing is a foolproof. If you're a Christian, it is faith. It is in the Bible. You act as if. That's when you get it. So let me finish the car story. So my mechanic told me that, there's a car and there's a guy that is selling it, that they'll bring it to my house, because I'm so busy, I cannot go and look at any car. If you can, he sent me the picture, I liked it. He said the guy can bring it. They brought it to where did they bring it to first? My house first. So I saw the car, I liked it, I checked the picture, I sent it to my husband. He was like, cool, nice one. They told me the amount of the car. As at that time, I'm not going to tell you exactly how much, but let's say the car was 10,000. As at then, in my account, I had 2,000. So I told the guy, I said, because I like this car, I want to make a deposit for it. And I want to give him, so I told him the next day I'll need to, because it was an account where I couldn't do transfer or ATM. I had to go inside the bank. So the next day he came with my mechanic too. We all went to the bank together and I transferred the 2,000 to him. And I told my mechanic that I would like to sell this old car so if you know anybody, all of those things. And so while we were coming back from the bank, I don't know what happened that day. They just decided to follow me to my office. Both of them had never been to my office. And then they came to my office, and this guy that was driving the car that I wanted to buy I don't know what happened. He just became blown away. He was like, what? This is your office? Look at what you do. You're a therapist? You help? He's like, oh my God. See, from that moment, I knew that I've gotten that car. He just started, how will I say it now? Like, falling in love with what I do. He was like, oh my goodness, this is what you do? Oh, blah, 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 blah. What's your name on Instagram? I told him. He was like, yeah, this person is following you. Oh my God, this small woman, look at how you are just so humble. Look at how you look tiny, but look at what you are doing. I knew it, because that is how God makes things work. The universe conspires to make things happen. I knew it immediately. I was just laughing. That this God, the way these things happen is too funny. I was just laughing. I knew from that day that I got the car. That guy was not the owner of the car. The owner of the car was abroad. I spoke with him on the phone. The owner of the car was like, you cannot pay that money if you want. No. I need to get everything full. I need to. I said, no problem, sir. I even gave him dates. Do you know what happened? This guy, the guy in the custody of the car, because he liked me, he had already fallen in love with everything he saw, he delayed the car until I could raise the money. That was how I bought that car. He'll be showing me his phone like this. The Canada man is calling him. There's somebody else, they will be calling him, like, they'll be sending him messages. Why you not picking? There's somebody else that has full money. Why are you delaying this car? He will send me, he will screenshot the message. I'll see it. I had the Canada man's number. I was just laughing, because I know that that's how the universe works. And I'm a Christian. God created the universe. That's how God works. That is how I bought that. He delayed the car for me. In fact, I sold the other car. He was still the one that brought the buyer for the other car. That's how I bought this car that I'm currently driving now. You don't have to have the money. If you are thinking money first, you have lost it. You have lost the battle first. Before you buy anything or do anything, if you are thinking about money first, you have lost it. Let me give you one last story before I leave today about our office. Last year, and I think I've sent it as an email before, but I'm sure not a lot of people here are on my email list. So let me just give you the sketchy story about it. Last year, during one of my devotion, God told me, He gave me a word in Isaiah 54, verse 2 and 3. Enlarge your tent and stretch the curtain of your dwelling. You will expand to the right, to the left, and all of those things. And I kept meditating, God, what does this mean? Expand. I'm not doing badly. What do you mean expand? How do I? And then, me, when I'm during my devotion, when I'm thinking, I think with my pen and paper. So I started writing. What does expansion, expand your tent mean? And the ideas just started dropping in my heart. At that time, we were in a 2-bedroom office. I heard it clearly. Go and get a 4-bedroom duplex. And I'm like, God, why? How? We don't need it. Why don't I? Is that, normally, as human, and I've thought this before. Sometimes you have to justify this thing to your subconscious mind for it to happen. You have to. So because if you don't justify it to your subconscious mind will not give you the permission to attract it. This thing is deep. It's not something that you can understand on live video if you don't come for a class or a master class or a course or anything like that, because it's deeper. It's not just one step. A lot of you, your subconscious mind is sabotaging your abundance lifestyle because it is not used to it. It's not, it is telling you, Nibo, how? So for me, I had to justify it to my subconscious mind. How? I now wrote it down. Why do we need a 4-bedroom duplex office? I now started writing it down because this space is getting smaller, because during our courses, our coaching courses, when the camera comes in, everything is choked. Because I started writing it down. We need a studio where we can shoot without stress, to produce things like How They Healed and podcast and a whole lot of things I want to produce, because I started writing it down. So when I was writing it down, my subconscious mind agreed. It believed it. It agreed that yes, this is how you need to expand. And I ask myself, expand your what do you call it now? Enlarge your tent. What does it mean? If you enlarge your tent, Lara, what does it mean? You get a bigger office, you increase your rates, you get more staff. Those were the things I wrote down. What else did I write? You play the big game, you do a lot of ads, you get another thing I talked about, I wrote down was that you make sure your videos are quality, crisp. I went to buy a high-tech phone for our content team. I told them, I shared it with them. We're enlarging, we're expanding, we're going for premium. So I don't want to see any nonsense video on my page. It has to, we're using one Techno phone. I went to buy a Samsung. Not like I had the money, ladies and gentlemen. Thankfully, I have a client, a customer, that sells those things for us, and we'll pay him in installments. So I got the phone. It was almost ₦1 million at the time. I got it. We paid in installments. We started posting. What else did we do? I started looking for apartments for office. I didn't have the money. Long story short, this year we have moved to a 5-bedroom duplex. We went from 2-bedroom to a 5-bedroom duplex. We have enough space as much as we want. Now we are doing, in fact, I don't want to start because there's a lot of changes, massive changes that you're going to be seeing from me and on this page very, very soon. I just finished a meeting with some consultants today, and it was, oh my goodness, it was productive, it was ecstatic, it was hopeful. A lot of things are happening. You'll see it very soon. In the next 1 month, we're already working on, So the enlargement started from last year. I didn't wait. Some people, you will be waiting for things to happen before you move. You are finished that way. That's not how it's done. That's not how to get things done. You will not get it at all. You will keep waiting forever. When I wanted to get married, I used this because it's part of it too. These were the things. I had a small apartment. I told myself, I'm not going to furnish this apartment because I'm going to move to my husband's house. That is making room. That's expecting. My friends will say, let's go to at night. I'll say, no, Mike, I'm going to be married soon. I can't be doing these things again. They will say, who do you want to marry? They laughed at me. Eh? Where is the husband? Where is the guy? Oh, Benny. They laughed. I didn't care. I started checking out wedding dresses. I didn't have anybody. I started checking out rings online. I had a vision board. I knew the kind of dress I want. I planned my wedding on paper. No husband, no anybody. And I was doing my work. And before you know it, husband came. We got married. So there's nothing like, if I'm doing it but it's not happening. No, there's something you are still not doing right. You have not elevated to the state of that thing yet. When you elevate, see, it's attraction. It's not work. It just comes naturally. That's what we call attraction. You just attract it. So if you have not attracted it, you are not there yet. You still need to do a lot of work. It's not just by visualizing, just by declaration. If you are still in the seat of discomfort, if you're still watching things or saying things or thinking things that negate what you are visualizing and declaring, trust me, you are not getting it. If you are not making room, adequate room, and start expecting it, expectation means, what is the proof of belief? Action. You start taking actions towards it. Before my husband said, will you marry me or let's get married, I already knew the clothes. I already knew the color for the day. I wrote down everybody that will do this. I wrote down everybody that will partake in the marriage. Everybody, the person that will handle Ashoke, the person I ordered, everything. So the day my husband came and said, sweetheart, let's marry now, because I'm sure a lot of you know we broke up and then he came back. From the day he said, let's marry, we were married in 6 weeks. I did not go through one stress because it's already planned. It was already planned. That's how it is, ladies and gentlemen. When you elevate yourself to the level of that thing, you will naturally attract it. How? Something, inspired thoughts, something will come and tell you, oh yeah, Rachel, get up, go and do this thing. And then before you know it, you will see the thing there. Or I'm telling you, that's how it works. So if you have not gotten it, you are not elevated yet. That thing is here. You are probably here. Until you get here, you won't get it. You won't get it. So that is the law of abundance. You have to elevate to the frequency of that abundance. If you don't get elevated there, you will stay on a level and be praying and be scavenging and be wishing it will not happen. That's how to get it to happen. And also, sometimes when you are waiting for it to happen, you have to be able, you cannot switch your mind. You cannot move to, hey, this thing is not happening, this thing is taking too long. No, you have to, I've taught it on this on this page this year, live videos. You can scroll to the videos I did in January about mindset and abundance mindset. You will be blown away. I've talked about all these things I'm talking about here. Go to January, all the videos. I came with a bang this January. You have to have the power of sustained thinking despite contrary appearances. You have to have sustained thinking despite contrary appearances. It means that your thoughts need to be sustained. I told you guys, when I was planning for the marriage, my husband then, he broke up with me. I didn't change what I was thinking. I didn't think, this thing will go happen again. No. I just thought maybe it's not the one. And I continued. That was when I even was planning the wedding on paper. That was when I was checking the wedding dresses. That was when I was, writing everybody that wants to do something. Do you understand? That is going against, if you're a Christian, that is hoping against hope that Abraham did. He hoped against hope. You believe against belief, Seth. That's what it means. Sustained thinking despite, not desperate, Alice. Sustained thinking despite contrary appearances or outcomes. That is your superpower. You must have it. If you don't have it, you have not elevated. You are still there. You are still here. You must have the power to think or have sustained thinking despite contrary appearances or outcomes. It means that if you have 59 miscarriages, you don't give up. You don't start thinking maybe having a child is not for me, having a baby is not for me. Maybe you don't think that way. You just tell yourself, on to the next. Let's try again. It's coming, it's here already anyway. So this one is just contrary appearances. You stay on it. When you stay, you get it. It's the law of nature. It's the law of life. But when you give up after that 2 months, that's why I keep saying it's not something you are doing. No, it's being. You have to be it. It's not you counting time, counting weeks. Hey, this thing have not happened. No. When will it happen? No, you have lost it that way. You have lost it. You have to be it. You have to become this thing. You have to think about it every day. You don't let contrary storms affect you. You don't let it disturb you. You don't let it shake you. No. Even if it does shake you because you're human, get up and switch back. Sometimes you forget who you are. Yes. Sustained thinking despite contrary outcomes. Hope against hope. That's how it's done. You don't say because somebody, I want to do something, I want to get a job, I want to switch my job, but they now sacked me. You now think, it's finished. That's not what I want. That means it's not even happening soon. No. If you are hoping for a better job and they sack you, you tell yourself, good, I don't like this, but it shows that another job is coming. It's okay. You look for the good in that bad. At least now I can have time to prepare for my next job. That's how it's done. You don't say, who am I even fooling? You that you want to get a better job. Now they have even sacked you on this one. That means you're not even good. What is the point? Benny, forget and just move on. That's not how. You're not going anywhere. You are not going anywhere. So, if you want to go on this journey of abundance, you have to do the work. What is the work? Watching videos every day that talks about it, number one. Number two, personal development courses about the mind. Any course you see. That's why my favorite course ever is the School of the Mind. That's my favorite course that I've created. Now is Powerhouse. The Powerhouse Mastermind. They know. I love our monthly sessions. All of them used to say, Coach, my brain wants to explode, because that is what we focus on, the subconscious mind, how to use it, how to mine it, to get gold from it, because there's gold in there. Everything you want is available. They're not just going to make it afresh. No. It's already available. That's how I think. You guys, you're welcome, Rachel. You're welcome, Ifeanyi. That's how I think. Everything I want is already available. If I need, I think about it that way. 40 million today. I'll be like, it's in some people's pockets already. It's not as if they have to go and mint the money or go and create 40 million. It's available. So the question is, how do I get it? And then abundance, scarcity mindset. I saw a video recently that said scarcity mindset says I can't afford it. Abundance mindset says how can I afford it? Abundance mindset ask questions. Scarcity mindset make statements. I can't afford it. Trust me, you will never afford it. You've already made the judgment. This is too much for me. They know in my office I don't talk that way. Question: how can we afford this? How? Ideas will come if you ask how or what. What do I need to do to afford it? Trust me, ideas will come. I have used it a lot this year, but I'm reserving it. I'm writing a book. That's what I'm writing there. I'm not going to share everything yet. I'm planning a whole lot of stuff, guys, for you guys. You get what I mean? Because this year, I want to help as many people get into this mindset. I want to help as many people, yes, how can we afford it? That's the question. That's the question. Not I can't afford it. Or what do I need to do? What do we need to do to be able to get this thing? I have gotten lots of things like that this year. Let me give you another last example. I'm always giving examples. This year, when we moved into our 5-bedroom duplex, I wanted to buy cameras for our studios. We've already spent a lot of money, millions for that office already. We needed extra 30 million, to get things done in the office, in the studio. We wanted to keep the studio, to get cameras, to do the padding, to buy the gadgets, for the editing, the laptops, all of those things. And I kept saying, right now, I do not have the 30 million. But how can we get 30 million? That's what I told myself. And I would think about it, pray about it, think about it. No answer was coming. Until one day, I was cooking early in the morning for my son. And he came to me. It's in people's pocket. Create an investment plan for people to give you this money. You make it an investment. You pay them back interest and profits. Ladies and gentlemen, that's what I did. Money completed. So I didn't have to have the money myself. Some people gave the money. That's how it's done. That's how it's done. You don't say, no, well, for where it's not for people like me. It will not be for people like you. It will definitely not be for people like you. Me travel to where? In this Tinubu economy, in this America economy, in this Canada, in this UK economy that there's economic crunch. Trust me. That's going to be your reality. That's why you're not getting what you are getting. You will not start seeing some people, you say, they are lucky, this girl, everything is just working for her, working for him. This guy is so lucky. I must have a praying mother, praying father, praying grandmother. We start coming with different philosophies just to make us sleep well at night. God loves her. Does God hate you? No, don't be that. So, ladies and gentlemen, sign up for the School of the Mind. It's going to be the best thing that has ever happened to you. Trust me. Because your life will change dramatically. You are going to grow in geometric progression, not arithmetic. If you engage your subconscious mind on how to, live or get into the abundance mindset, that's what is done. Or in fact, the best way is if you can join the Powerhouse. Powerhouse is 3 million per year, for instance. Like the people there, they're always telling me, Coach, my brain, we're reading books there, we're doing book study, we do strategy session. We meet once a month on the group. I would, they tell me their goals for the month, and I will help them expand it. I will help them flesh it. I like that Powerhouse. We do strategy plus subconscious. So tell me, we already have testimonials, lots of them, from that group. So, do you want to change your life this year? This is how. You don't sit down and say, fasting. No. Your fasting needs abundance mindset. That's the reason. That's why I said there was a time in my life where I believed that God was a money doubler. They told me in church, our pastor will say, give and it shall be given unto you. Good measures, price down. Just keep giving sacrificial. I started giving sacrificial offering. Nothing. No see. They forgot to teach me that when you give, you expect it. You create room for it. You believe you've gotten it, and you start, walking as if or acting as if you have it. They forgot to. Nobody taught me that. So I gave and gave and gave. Nibo, I don't see nothing in return. Because I am not in the frequency of that thing. I have not elevated to where that thing is at. The moment you get here, bam, it will click. It will be like coincidence. I have seen this happen in my life over and over and over and over. It will be like coincidence. I'm telling you. So, ladies and gentlemen, change your life this year. Don't stay on one spot. Stop waiting. You start moving. Instead of you to start moving, you are waiting. You don't wait. You move and things happen for you. All right? Any question? Right now, also, the school of registration for the School of Identity is still ongoing. What's today? Today is April 10th. Yes. We have 11 more days to the School of Identity. You can sign up. It will change your life because we'll teach you about intuition, inner voice, and it's a group class. You can join from anywhere you are in the world. We meet every Sunday 7 p.m. Send a DM or click the link in the bio to join. You're welcome. I love you too, Rachel. Also, if you want to be a certified healing coach, you get healing coaching certification course. I certify coaches to help to do what I do, so that you can help people heal from trauma, from pain, from dysfunction and all of that. It's happening on May 1st to May 4th. It's an online and off-site class. So you can join. If you're in Lagos, you can attend the class physically, or you can join live. Online rather, from any country you are in the world. It's 4 days, Thursday to Sunday, May 1st to 4th, and it's 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. So join us and your life will never be the same. So thank you everybody that joined me today on YouTube. Thank you. I know that I have new subscribers now on YouTube. People that joined from watching how they healed the Joyce Daniels story. Tomorrow we have a new guest. Tomorrow, we have a new guest tomorrow, that we are posting a new episode rather, and he's a man. You guys, you will see something tomorrow. Say you saw Joyce Daniels and you are shaking. Yeah. Tomorrow is another bang. Please subscribe to Dear Coach Lara on YouTube if you have not subscribed, so that you'll be part of people that can be the first to watch when it drops. You're welcome, Jennifer. So thank you everybody. I love you so much. Till I see you next week Thursday again. Have a lovely night or a lovely day depending on the side of the world that you are in. Love you guys. Bye for now. Bye everybody. Bye. YouTube, I'm still here. Why you are stuck? The colors of the